I did it, then I did it right. Yeah, this ain't happened for me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. On the return, Tremont Smith. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver's offense now set to go. Quickly to the air is Wilson. And his first look is incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. 39 yards there, a big one.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So now Fry back out following the score. He'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Rodgers. And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 14-yard line. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. So for this defense, a tall order trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great 6th sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Bawden taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. He's on his way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Moore able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here's Fry now to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. Look at the big fella go. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, 45 yards. And the Broncos are once again back in front.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So Fry now, after the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New York ready to go again offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still
taking it right down Broadway. He's on his way. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Denver getting set to take the field. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. Now he's forced out left. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Wilson now off the bootleg. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A first catch for Judy. Good for a first down.
Well, normally on a 3rd down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action. But when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And there's Manhurts, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. What a first half he is compiling. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So now Fry back out following the score. He'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And it's incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And the this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. He's across midfield and finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Wilson will throw again. Screen play set up for Williams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Marr is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense has other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. We've got a close game. Offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now Wilson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Williams to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Cook up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got it. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. That is incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He'll get this to Lazard. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On second down, Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Wilson on second down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And Judy's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Finding Williams on the check down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Once again.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
A give. This is Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On the tackle there, Matt Henningsen.
38-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Every day, let's do what we do every day.
3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 15. A little under 1:50 remaining. Now the missed field goal, that was big. That keeps them within 2 scores, and they've got it 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's caught by Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 1st down. On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. One last shot for Wilson. He completes this to Sutton, and he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.